Do you remember this? The original Pokemon Center. Well, according to Google, these locations are now the only spots you can purchase original Pokemon merchandise.
Wow!
The city it is has 6 of them. Now, no sane person would add all 6 locations to their itinerary. That would be rather impossible and tiring. But which store do I add to my Japanese itinerary? Well, leave that to us. We are going to rate and rank each Pokemon Center in Tokyo to find Tokyo's best Pokemon Center for you to visit. Let's go. To start off, we found the most 7 important attributes with 2 bonus items in a Pokemon Center and utilized those attributes as categories to rate each Pokemon Center. Selection should be huge. The larger the variety of Pokemon available, the better. We all have different favorites, and they must have as many Pokemon as possible. Activities nearby the Pokemon Center should be abundant. Efficiency is the name of the game here. 2 birds, 1 stone, as they say. And travel convenience needs to be taken into account. No one wants to be in Japan and have to go out of their way to find a Pokemon Center. It should be in a popular location. Plus, if it's hard to find what you want, that sort of diminishes the beauty of the Pokemon Center. In addition, a flagship Pokemon is a must. Most centers have a Pokemon that represents each Pokemon Center. Some look amazing, some less so, but the way they are displayed can make or break your Japan experience. Having interactive items is also a huge plus. What makes a Pokemon Center is the fact that you can do more than just shop for your items. Stay to the end to see what we mean. And lastly, and this one is for all the parents out there, space and crowdedness. Bonus points will also be given if the locations has monthly merch, which are special items that could be seasonal or holiday related, as well as exclusive merch, which will be items that you can buy only in that one Pokemon Center. So, after a lot of scientific research, the 3 of us have tallied up our scores and have ranked all the stores. Coming in as the 6th best Pokemon Center in Tokyo is the Pokemon store in the Tokyo Station. Now, this was to be expected. As you can see here, it is located during animated related souvenirs, as this location is essentially called Tokyo Character Street, or as I like to call it, Anime Street. Being that it is located at Tokyo Station really brings the travel convenience up pretty high. Add in the fact that there is a whole lot of fun shopping to do down here, and you can literally be here for hours and still get a mini Pokemon fix going. But that's the thing. It's a Pokemon store, not a Pokemon Center, even though the main website clearly states it as one of the Pokemon Center shops, so it gets its time to shine on this list. But being that it is a Pokemon store, the selection is quite minuscule. The location is pretty small, so it leaves no space for imagination, and it simply feels like the toy section at your local Target. Not even actually. At least there you can run around a bit. This one, you have no space to do much. The one saving grace is the fact that the flagship Pokemon is this cool looking Pikachu right here. A special train conductor Pikachu. Usually there would be a special plush train conductor, but on this occasion they seem to either not be selling them or have ran out completely. There was not even any monthly merch at this store, so unless you were just looking for a last minute shopping spree right before getting on a train to the airport, I think we can all say that you don't have to include this store on your itinerary. Especially because there is a larger store literally 10 minutes away. You will see that one much later in this video. The 5th best Pokemon Center of Tokyo happens to be a huge one, but our rankings don't lie. It's 5th, and it's 5th for a reason. That store will be the Mega Pokemon Center in Tokyo. Let's start with the good. Amazing decorations outside of the Pokemon Center. This spot is the only location to include a Pokemon Go arena/shop. Literally, people can go and fight the gym in Pokemon Go and see their team stats within the shop. There's also a Pokemon trading card arena to buy and play the Pokemon trading card game, literally next door to the Pokemon Go arena. And there is the fun little dessert location of Pikachu Sweets, a location in which you can buy edible Pokemon waffles as well as drinks. Great for the gram and great for the experience too. Taste? I'll let you decide that when you visit. There's also a sitting area in which they have many starter Pokemon statues. Pikachu, Plusle, Minun, amongst many other Pokemon that you can take photos with or just relax and visit and talk to them if you feel like. The light bulbs are Pokemon shaped, the walls have Pokemon painted on them from different regions and a multitude of types. I'm pretty sure every single Pokemon exists on this wall here, so if you wanted to go to a location in which you could straight feel the immersion of Pokemon, this place is it. As expert Zizi would say, it is her favorite location of the 6 Pokemon centers, due to the fact that
it's a super huge Pokemon world. I like this mega Pokemon center because they try their best to show the whole Pokemon concept. You can see a lot of plushes all over the places and also the statues.
Now, you can also do some shopping around here. The Pokemon Center is at Sunshine City, which is a large mall. So literally any commercial items that you would want to grab, you can do simultaneously. But apart from these things, the Pokemon Center was a hard pass for us in general. The interior was small and organized pretty poorly. Even if it was the weekend and was really crowded, it was ridiculously difficult to get around. The selection felt sparse, potentially due to the fact that they could not replenish the wall quick enough. And even though they did have some monthly items, it did not feel like a location in which you wanted to deal with the crowdedness. The flagship Pokemon was not visible. You could call Miraidon a flagship, but I can tell you that a few months ago this statue was completely different, so it doesn't feel very personable. Overall, it was quite a disappointment, but still gained favorite status by one of our experts on our panel. Our 4th best Pokemon Center in Tokyo will have to be the Pokemon Center Skytree. Located literally below the Skytree Tower, the name itself suggests that at least you might come here already if you have plans to go up and see the Tokyo Skytree. The location itself is a bit far from any normal tourist activities apart from the tower, so coming here for only the Pokemon Center is not quite ideal. But if you wanted to see a flagship Pokemon that looked quite amazing, this is your spot. Inside you can see Rayquaza splitting through the roof while Pikachu is directly on top of it riding through the night sky. Such cool attention to details here. And the best part? Go further inside and you will encounter a shiny Rayquaza. Yeah, that's right. 2 for 1. Apart from the statues within the store, there isn't anything too special here. They do have monthly items and they do have a decent selection and they do have more space and organization than other locations. Unfortunately, similar to the Tokyo Station store, they used to have exclusive Pikachu holding the Skytree Tower, but that one seems to no longer be available. If you see any costume Pikachus related to any store, buy them. By now you have seen half of the stores and it's time to see the top 3. The 3rd best Pokemon Center in all of Tokyo is Pokemon Center Tokyo DX. This spot is pretty cool. Upon entry, you can see that the flagship Pokemon is a Snorlax. And who doesn't like Snorlax? So right there, you have to enjoy this place immediately. It's a given. Take a look to your left, and you can see the Pokemon Cafe. A cafe in which everything in the store is decorated to look like Pokemon. Just note, in order to go inside, you have to reserve online on their website. And recently, every day is sold out. So your best bet is to line up on the right side of the cafe and hope that someone misses their time slot. If this happens, and it usually does, they will bring you in and you can have yourself an enjoyable Pokemon Cafe lunch, dinner, whenever you're there. The cafe itself is an experience in itself, so bonus points to this location for having it right next door. Upon moving towards the center itself, you can see a wall full of old video games. Literally, from first gen to current gen, every Pokemon game created is pictured on this wall. You have the game boxes, you can see red, blue, green, yellow, sapphire, gold, silver, you name it, it's there. The visuals of the games are there, the gameplay. I highly recommend you sit there and just embrace the wall and then bask in its glory, it's amazing. Apart from this wall, if you go further, you're gonna end up in the actual Pokemon Center. And why do we love this Pokemon Center? It's because it has selection galore. Take a look at the amount of plushies inside. There are exclusive Pikachu plushies, super rare to find, that brought excitement to the group immediately. There is monthly items right at the entrance, a great location to see what is new, and the spacing of the products is on point. And check this out, there's a room specifically for plushies, a room inside of a room, a well-decorated room I might add. This spot is stunning to walk through. Now this feels like how a Pokemon Center should feel like. The only downside was the fact that they did not have the interactive Pokédex that they had before. Perhaps they turned it off to make room for the Pokemon card tournament that was going on, but this Pokédex was not there today. so I had to take a few points off. Overall, this spot is an awesome location that is not too far from Tokyo Station. Not quite close to anything actually. In fact, the building looks like a finance firm's building. So finding things to do around here is pretty difficult. But I do recommend it as a location for awesome exclusive merch. Get them while they last. With 4 done, that leaves us with the top 2. You aren't going to believe what store is taking our second spot. It happens to now be my favorite location on this list and might be the most difficult to get to. And that would be Pokemon Center Tokyo Bay. Technically located in Chiba, but listed on the site as a Tokyo Pokemon Center, at least in its name, the Pokemon Center blew my mind. Let's start off with the basics. It's at a mall, so you know you can at least come here for shopping. Also, it's 1 stop away from Disneyland. If you have Disneyland on your itinerary, then you must come here too. And finally, check this out. It might be my favorite flagship Pokemon I've ever seen. Surfing Pikachu right out in the courtyard. This massive statue is literally amazing. Fun to take photos with and looks quite cool. Assuming the Surfing Pikachu is here because the location is nearby the water. But whatever the reason is, I'm mind blown by the size and the beauty that is this Pikachu. I could be here for hours, but we have to go inside. With all the basics out the way, let's get into the nitty gritty. This Pokemon Center itself was a breath of fresh air. The organization is a dream come true. Everything is displayed in large enough areas to walk around. You have new merch, monthly merch, multiple locations of Fit series. The spacing of the location was well used. I can't tell you how much of a relief it is to shop in a location in which you can actually walk around and think. Might be the old person in me coming out, but it's a joy. They did not have any exclusive merch unfortunately, but it was still my favorite location of the day. Unfortunately, it cannot be the one location I would recommend going to because the next one makes more sense logically. So, without further ado, let's go to the best Pokemon Center in Tokyo. Coming in at the top spot for your Pokemon Center itinerary is the Pokemon Center in Shibuya. Literally in the heart of Shibuya, so of course you were going to come to this area already. So, convenient? Check. Go upstairs in the Parco store and you will see the Nintendo store, Capcom store, Jump store, amongst many others. So all your shopping can be done in one go. Flagship Pokemon? Nothing much. Just this super amazing, crazy interactive Mewtwo. Look at the bubbles. It feels way too realistic and futuristic. And check out the exterior designs. By far the best put together flagship Pokemon. I do love the Surfing Pikachu, but I do gotta give respect when respect is due. Now, they might no longer have their special edition Shibuya Pikachu plushes like they had when the store first opened, but they do have this interactive t-shirt design stand in which you can make your own Pokemon t-shirts. You can choose your design, create your shirt, and they'll print it for you within an hour.
As expert Sunny would say, this was his favorite Pokemon Center, mostly because
quite a few interactive things to do inside, right? You've got a big screen where you can take a photograph and Pikachu will change its clothes based on what you're wearing. No real exclusive items in that store. Although, yeah, if you are making the t-shirts, some of the designs there can only be found there and then.
See, this is what makes a Pokemon Center special. It's not just a store anymore. It's a lifestyle. And that is what brings this location to the top. It's about living your Pokemon dream. Experience it in a different way. The items in the store were fair, selection was there, monthly items too. I would not call it the best for that, but what it lacks in selection, it makes up for in interactiveness and location. If you want exclusive items, go to the Pokemon Center DX. Largest amount of merch, DX or Tokyo Bay. But if you want to experience something more than simply shopping, then Shibuya is the spot for you. That is our expertly put together list of the Pokemon Center in all of Tokyo. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like and a sub if you want. We travel all over Japan to gather Pokemon lids, so come join the journey. Leave a comment down below and we will answer any questions. With that being said, you guys stay around and I will take these and
hey,
step out.
Where's mine?
Bye bye!